So, Japanese it is. So we will play Battle of Guadalcanal. As Imperial Japan, complete construction of an airfield on Guadalcanal and ensure the Allies gain no foothold in the southern Solomons. Okay. So here we go. Stay hydrated. So now we see a bit of what happened before. Since 1937, one China, then Pearl Harbor happened, then Coral Sea happened, where the light carrier and several smaller vessels were lost for the Japanese, and the Allied lost Lexington, an destroyer and an oiler. Then obviously, Midway happened. F in the chat for the Japanese there, and now we're here, 7th of August. Java, sadly not. There's no multiplayer, and there's also no multiplayer planned. Otherwise, I would absolutely play this in multiplayer. Like, there's no points asked about that. So we start down here. You can see the command points. We have 250 of these at the moment. And that's our starting income that we can buy our starting fleet with. So we click on New Sea here, and then we can choose like submarines. We can choose out of a lot of different destroyer classes that all cost different amounts. Light cruiser classes, some of them only coming available later. Like, basically, we only have the old ones at the moment, from Tenryu up to Sendai. Then the Agano and Oyodo class, the modern Japanese ones, only come available later. Then the Japanese heavy cruiser ones, Furutaka up to Tone. And Kongo and Yamato as the battleship classes. No, sadly no Nagato. No Nagato present here. And then Shokaku. One other class that is missing is light cruisers. Light carriers. No light carriers, no Rio or so on. Then we have our merchant ships and oilers. And then you have all the Americans. From Farragut's, Beglays, all the different Sims class, Bensons, Cleaves. Obviously, the Fletchers can't be missed. Then all the light cruisers, Atlanters, the insane AA cruiser ones. With then Clevelands, Pensacola's, heavy cruisers. Then come to the battleships with North Carolina and South Dakota. And then we have Yorktowns. And the amount of ships you can get, and if they're sunk, they're gone, is also limited to realistic ones. For example, Yorktown here is marked as U. U means it's not available anymore, because Yorktown just got sunk in real life at this point. So they only have 2 carriers in this scenario. Sadly, Long Island, I think, is the support carrier that, for example, was in Guadalcanal and so on, is missing. Like, the small escort carriers are missing for the Americans as well. Like, that's the only class that is really duly missed in this scenario. And yeah, we will now build our first fleet. And you also have some, the Perth and the county class from the UK, with the Australia and Canberra for the counties, and the Hobart and the Sydney for the Perth class. So let's start by building some submarines. Time conditions stay a bit longer because you might not want to play it afterwards anymore. The game is really new, and it doesn't say early access, but it is basically early access. Like, the fights are amazing. Everything else is a bit iffy. For example, like, we have here our supply troops and so on. Those we get weekly. Tells us here in the rules. And we get 2,000 supplies, 2,000 troops, 3,000 supplies, engineers and fuel, 100 per week. And those we can send. But one issue in the game is that the only way you get more points is by killing enemy ships. So it's feels like the best strategy at the beginning of the game is just hunting down enemy ships instead of playing the strategic map. Because you don't get any points or so from having positions. And the second issue with the game is that the AI is still kind of stupid. Like, once it is an engagement going on and so on, it's pretty decent, but it's before the engagement happens. Like, if you have a submarine attack, they don't have sonar on beforehand, so they don't... they only find your submarines once torpedoes have hit them, basically. And the other issue is that planes are completely free. Like, they don't even cost supplies, which they should. Like, I think it's okay that they don't cost command points, but planes should cost something. Like, at least to get new ones. If you lose them, like, they're instantly replaced for these from locations, or for carriers, you just have to return to your main base and then come back, and then they are replaced. But yeah, we have to do our first submarine group, so let's start with 2 submarines in the first hunting group, which we will send out down here. Send them all around here. And second submarine group. Obviously this already is pretty fiddly. You have to click on here. Click on here. Turn doesn't work. Like, it would be nice if at least the hotkeys would work. Yeah, let's send our second submarine fleet out here. Sometimes orders also just stop and so on. Like, there's still quite a lot of bugs. They fixed a lot. They're pretty fast in, like, bug fixing, at least. So that's nice to see. Like, all the standard bugs. Like, for example, planes sometimes weren't following orders anymore. That got fixed. Yeah. A lot of other stuff is still remaining. Like, submarines at the moment feel like the best weapon in the early game. Just sink a couple of heavy cruisers with them and then go on. And as the Japanese, I think that's somewhat fine, because we are up against a heavily outnumbering opponent. The enemy also doesn't play by the same rules, so they kind of spam you at the beginning. Yeah. So I think one more submarine group is warranted. We'll go down to the south and try to stop them between Port Moresby and over here. That's their headquarters. So figure out if anything is coming. Okay. Oh, the new sea unit. This will be a light cruiser destroyer hunting group for enemy submarines. That we get some Fubukis, I think. No, Fubukis are not that fast. Mutsukis. These are quick. These have obviously sonar. Yeah. And they have depth charges. I don't tell you quite how many they have, but yeah, we get Sendai together with 2 Mutsukis into a very fast task force. That will be close to our carrier task force. That is the one we create now. Of course. Unit. No, not the Yamato. The Shoikaku. Together with some... You have the dual purpose guns, right? No. Who has the dual purpose guns again? Only the Akitsuki. Okay. The Akitsuki are super pricey. So I'm not quite sure if I actually want them. I think I actually go for something cheaper. 1,700 tons. Obviously dual purpose guns would be nice for hunting down enemy. If they are obviously also as quick as the Shoikaku, so they fit in perfectly. Let's put this one as the lead ship. Put 2 more in, really. And flip this Shoikaku with this one. Make it a circular that they protect the Shokaku in the middle. Move the Shokaku out as well. Yep. And then we have 64 points remaining, and that's our remaining money that we have for something with a heavy cruiser. How expensive are the Aobas again? 24, but here, shit. Miyoko? I think we go for 2 Miyokos. Miyoko and Nachi. Then we have 12 points remaining for some destroyers for this group. So kamikazes it is. 2 kamikaze. Plus destroyers. Hope you. Not circular, but line ahead. Okay. That's our heavy cruiser task force. We'll maybe sink a ship around here. And now we go. Now we start the time. 7th of August. Let's go. The time things are just a bit awkward. It's 1 time speed, 60 times speed, and then it jumps up to 600 times speed, and then up to 1800 speed. It would be nice to have 1 or 2 more speed settings in between. Like 600 obviously is already really quick, especially when it comes to planes, and like 1800 is just insane. Yeah. Have Shortland as our closest airbase to Guadalcanal, which is a bit far away. At some point I would like to have something at like Vella, or Columbanga, New Georgia maybe as well. Like one of these 3 as a base would be nice. I wouldn't go for Santa Isabella because that's a bit far away from Rabaul. Like it's a bit easier to get, like it's quite a bit quicker to get to Vella and back. The opinion of all these warships is biased on World of Warship? Why that? No, it's not biased on World of Warships. Biased on reality, I think. I'm pretty sure that the bias in this game is not World of Warships. Because these guys have done other naval games and so on as well before, and the gameplay is quite a bit different. Oh, okay, your own. Okay. Like, yeah, this game has so much potential. As soon as we run into some of the awkward things, it becomes weird. Like, yeah, the really awkward thing is that we have now to kill units, enemies, and like effectively do that to actually get more ships. Like, we don't get a weekly tick. That would be like nice. Like, for every base you have, you get like 1 point or so each week, and like, so you could play the strategic game, and like we have to play the tactical game basically to get more points. And I guess that's kind of okay because the tactical game is like actually what is like the heart of the game, but it would be better if it would be a bit more split. Well, we have to go down there first. Our carrier task force is going over here. The time also means that we can't send up, like there's night engagements and so on as well. There's also star shells and so on. And at night we obviously can't send out aircraft. Those night operations at that time for aircraft carriers didn't exist. So we have to wait till 5 AM before we can send out more planes. And like you can use that time slot obviously also to do the, like if the enemies get aircraft around here, if they maybe get up a base on Renal or on Santa Cruz and strike us here constantly, we can do the Tokyo Express and come in at night with supply runs and time that. Ooh, I wanted to have you in front of my carrier task force. I took the Zendai because it's the only light cruiser that has an recon aircraft. And recon aircraft are really important in this game to spot submarines and similar things. And over here we have the Naichi. It will also send some scout planes out in front of our big task force. Now we go on. It's a bit annoying that our submarines are obviously slower than our main battle forces. Shokaku maybe also get some zeros up. So that you can use them as scouts and as hub. Also have patrol. And then let's get some baddies out in hope that we might find something till they arrive. Rumber Bowl. Torpedoes. You can also change the loadouts. For baddies, there's a couple of options. For most planes, there really isn't. Like for Vals, it's only none or this one. So I guess that was also like mostly this, like Vals didn't have many loadouts in reality either. And they can't really, like the issue with the Vals from Shortland is that they just don't have the range. Like Zeros can get there from there to Guadalcanal, but like Vals, they're at their maximum limit there. Like they can get up to here and then they have to return. So you really have to know where the enemy is before you send them out, which is always a bit of an issue. Refueling, no. Reloading, yes. Like fuel is not a thing yet. Which makes it a bit easier for the Japanese. You have to go back for reloading. Like every shell spent in battle is a shell spent game as well. Yeah, like on the campaign map as well. Yeah, like both sides run out of ammunition relatively quickly. Yeah, you have to go back for that. And then you have to bring up like engineering, supplies, and troops to the front line. Like troops and supplies for fighting, and engineering and fuel for upgrading the base. And you can obviously already see the like basics for implementing that for ships and so on as well. Like you can use supplies and engineering maybe for like replacing aircraft losses later on, and that like they are not free anymore. You can use fuel for ships as well, that you have to bring up fuel and like, yeah. But at the moment, the logistics game is still rather simple. If anyone of you in the chat knows the game yet and can tell me what does it bring to upgrade powers, that would be nice. Like, getting the aircraft base bigger means that you get better aircraft and more aircraft on the base. That I know. And, but what is the bonus in getting better forts? Like having any frontline forts, basically. Yeah, we're scouting force. Here. Take. Round. Okay, but that only ports level 3 and upwards, right? So you have to invest quite a bit. Like level 1 and 2 ports don't bring anything, right? Like, or can destroyers rearm there, like, and submarines on smaller ports? Is it like based on, because in one on the Pacific, obviously based on that, like bigger the ships, the bigger your port needs to be. Get the Miyoko there. Ooh, here we found our first submarine. Let's send our submarine hunting force out there. Oh boy, that could be interesting. And baddies sink a submarine with torpedoes. That could be a nice first try. For now, ignore that. Can our baddies get there? You're moving, right? Yeah. Get our baddies there. Let's jump into the world map. Because now they're close enough. Ah, okay. So yeah, it needs to be level 3. Let's see if our baddies can sink a submarine. So now we're on the battle map. Stop time. I will try to not use... Like, you can jump onto enemies directly. In this battle I can do it because I know it's a submarine and so on. In other battles I will try to identify them from afar. Not jump on them. I will use the tactical map more there. For here, now I just will use the baddies. Try to call them onto an attack run onto the submarine. You can also control them with via SD and so on directly, but you can just also call them to attack the submarine this way. Now the baddies, if we go here, will go into a lower altitude and try to torpedo around the submarine. So here we go. Well, positioning on a battle map and here is not perfectly the same. Like, it loads a battle map with the units that are close by into it, and positioning is somewhat like similar as on the map, but it's a bit off from like 100% where it is on the map. If I see that, like, at least it feels that way, but it's pretty close. Like, if your ships are still far away on the battle map and just spawn in and your planes are directly over the enemy, your planes will be directly over the enemy and your ships will be a bit off. So yeah, here we go. Our baddies on the run against the submarine. You can see it on the horizon already, I think. And, I don't know why they have inverted the controls on this one. It's really stupid. Yeah, you can't see it there. Like, the binoculars are inverted, so you have to go up to go down and so on, which doesn't make it any more, doesn't make it feel any better, and just makes it kind of annoying. I haven't played the American campaign really. Yeah, I have played a couple of American battles. I have watched Tortuga playing it. I have watched a sort of good game I watched playing it, and I think the American side is way too easy. Like, because the AI is pretty stupid already, and the Japanese are the inferior side, so I'd rather play as the inferior. Well, the strategical part is annoying, but like the battle part feels kind of easy. Like, just my point of perspective on that one. Yeah, the question is, does it see us yet? And it will need a time. Like, it will dive as soon as we're getting like close to it and so on. It will start to dive. It's obviously not perfectly realistic yet, so like, yeah, the submarine will take a while to dive here. Yeah, it will fire a couple of shots and then start diving, so we will not get a second run. But obviously we only have one torpedo, so we don't have a second run anyway. Yeah, that's why I also sent them all in at once. No need for a hammer and sickle on the submarine anyways. Yeah. Also, an issue is, even if they like could potentially see the torpedoes, they don't react until at least one torpedo is hit. Like, yeah, the AI is still a big issue in this game, but it's not completely dumb. Like, as soon as an engagement is happening, it's somewhat decent, and which is good. Like, as soon as your ships shoot or it got hit by the first torpedo, it will start to hunt your torpedoes, your submarines, and will do a pretty decent job in that, and it will start to shoot at your ships. At night battles often before you do, because they spot you earlier, especially when you play the Japanese and the enemy has radar. Overall, I don't know if the Japanese and American night abilities are fully represented, and there we go. The submarine saw us early enough and it starts diving. As these guys are on the max range anyways and will return soon, it was just a try here. But yeah, with dive bombers you usually get there before they can dive, but so it is my first time baddies versus submarine. It was just a try, and yeah, as you can see, yeah, it was capable of seeing us early enough. It's obviously also clear day. Like, if it would be cloudier, they wouldn't have been able to spot us as early. Like, all of that is represented up here. You have the 49% visibility. Sea state 6, so it's actually rather rough sea. But yeah, they just dove under our torpedoes. So that's that. They can't do anything against us, we can't do anything against them anymore. So let's get out of this battle. Yeah, Pulse, you can give me a hint. That's what I'm here for. Give me a hint. Depth charges is the proper name, yeah, but the I don't know if these guys can be equipped with them, and I obviously had them equipped on torpedoes, so... Shit. Need to wait again. We can speed it up. No, we get out. Ah, okay, yeah, the rockets. Okay. Can they, actually? Japanese ones? No, they only have 3 different versions of bomb stockades. I think so. Okay, they still need to reload before they can send out a new one. Betty's just got out. Return the Betty's to base. Yeah, so the enemy was capable of spotting us early enough, like, they are playing with the same rules of, like, vision as you do, as far as I know. Yeah. So, now the submarine is gone. That's another bit weird thing, like, I mean, obviously it dove, so that's fine, but, like, if after a battle, the enemy disappears and, like, teleports a bit away, and is then not visible for, like, an hour, in-game, obviously. Not real-time. That would be really awful, but... I mean, you can play the in-game as real-time, but... I don't know if we want to do that. I don't really see a point in that. We'll try to get you over here. Use you for spotting. Let's get some bells out again. Or maybe spotting something here. And let's get... Are you from the... Oh, no, you're from Shortlands, yeah. So we should have zeros over here ready as well that we can use as recon. We sadly don't have a light cruiser because we didn't have enough points for light cruiser in this force, or like potentially even heavy cruisers, so we don't have any other recon planes than the Shokaku's planes, which is an issue. Like, yeah, the Japanese usually used their cruiser force recon planes as recons, like the Tona and so on, especially the Tona class. Which was the issue at Midway, because the Tona recon planes spotted the enemy carriers early enough, but the delay between reporting it to Tona, reporting it from Tona back to the carrier command was too heavily delayed. Ooh! And here we have our first enemy task force. And that one we should shadow and stay away from it for now, because they have 2 light cruisers. Like, we mirror them in strength with the Miyoko and 2 destroyers as heavier formation, but we don't have any light cruisers. We are 2 ships down, and this is really crucial. Like, even like light cruisers can be quite dangerous here. Heavy cruisers as well. Oh, the zeroing thing here has to be... Okay, try to stay around here for as long as possible and shadow them. What if... Going away, okay. Where are you going? Okay, let's have you... Okay, let's have you follow Task Force 7 and shadow it a bit as well. And I should be able to get another recon plane up. Yes. Recon plane also goes up over here. Going out there, right? So yeah, we will shadow Cruiser Task Force. When the Jakes arrive, I will go onto World View and just check out what we're up against actually. Like what class of enemy ships we're up again. Okay, submarines are still moving. Okay, you're around. So let's get you a bit closer. Too close. Okay, let's jump in there. Check out what the enemy ships actually are. Okay, there we go. There they are. Let's have a look. Okay. That's the 2 destroyers. Let's get a bit closer on the map. So that's 6 turrets. That's an Atlanta light cruiser. Like, I could just click on them and jump over, but that's the boring way. And that's what's that? I don't know obviously we have to go 4 ships. Go down to... Wait, what? Oh, no, that's here. That's 2 cranes, so what's with 2 cranes? This could be a Northampton. Yeah, this looks like a Northampton. And then the first one has a cut-off tail. Oh, like... Is it a Portland? I don't see any cranes on it. It has a small... So this is a Wichita. Maybe? Or Baltimore. More likely Baltimore because there's more of them. It actually looks more like a Wichita in its shape. Yeah, it's a Wichita. It's the single Wichita. Okay. And what was the other one? That was a Portland, right? Yeah. No. No, not a Portland. Northampton. Yeah, it's a Northampton and a Wichita. Okay. Then Atlanta. And then whatever that is. Well, that's a UK one, right? That's a UK flag? Yeah, okay, that's one of the UK ones. So that's actually... I think that might be a perf then. Or a county. But no, it's the perf. Yeah, it's a light cruiser. It's a perf. So, yeah. Research done. The destroyer models don't really matter that much. We will deal with them when it comes to it. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah. Oh, we got a bit close. MEA, what up with us? Okay. Let's get out of here. And we can't speed up? No. Because we are under fire, we can't speed up. We shouldn't be hit on this range. Should be on the maximum of the range by now. Yeah, okay, now we can speed up again. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, that should be pretty competent ships that we're up against, so we don't want to attack them with our task force before we didn't at least hit 1 or 2 of them with something from the air. And as Shortland is out of range, can't do much. And yeah, that's the issue now that we jump into world. They disappeared again, which is like pretty stupid. We don't see them anymore. But hopefully we can find them again. Like that's the only a bit weird mechanic in that regard. I think. Like they're still around somewhere here. Be able to catch up with them. I want to have you a bit further back again. Yoko, the one that has the aircraft up, so Nachi should have aircrafts remaining. Yeah, only got 1 up. Check out if anything is coming in over there. Roll forward. Are you still moving? Because that's sometimes an issue as well. Doesn't... Oh no, you're all moving still. Okay. On 60 feet, it's not quite visible. Because in a minute, obviously, things don't move that far. In 10 minutes. Quite quickly. Oh no. I don't want it. That's a misclick I do quite often. Let's get out of here again. Let's get you out over here and back. Yeah, like I get why the mechanic is there, and like I know that you have to do something like that. The Avatar Doom. But like it still feels a bit weird when your recon aircraft just identified the opponents, and then you go back onto the world map, and they just disappear. Like, yeah, there they are again. So this time we will not go to the world map. We will go at our second one over there. I know that one. Haluskus. Yeah, it's really important to know that one though. Yeah. So thanks for putting that up. Yeah, if I if I wouldn't know it already, I would thank you 1,000 times right now. Because my first try I didn't, and it was absolute hell. PDF HH2, as long as I feel like it, I think. Like today I might go on for like 1 or 2 or 3 more hours. The Jake moving. Okay, yeah. On the limitation of its range. Here has a submarine screen. Would also be nice if you could, like, another thing that it would be lovely, you wouldn't have to remember, like, is there a way to check the stats of a ship on the map? Like, if I could have just a visual, like, how much fuel and stuff, like, how much ammo and stuff it still has left, how damaged it is. Is there a way? Or I guess you can't just jump into world and check there, but obviously that would, like, it would be nicer if you could just check this way. Don't have to jump into the world view and back. Yeah, it's absolutely nice to know. And but like, yeah, you can, if you have damaged ships or like ships that you don't want to use anymore because like you don't have any stuff to transport. If you're next to a Rabaul again, or next to New Hebrides for the Americans, you can just click on release and release the ships, and they will go into repair mode for like 5 days plus, depending on how much damage they took, then come back. So I think we're in range to start launching our strike aircraft. It also gets quite late. So we will now send our first strike force in that direction. It would be lovely if our welds would come around as well soon. Yeah. That's what I feared. Because I like checked a lot of things already to try to find maybe there's a way like that. Stay around. Can't launch aircraft yet again. No. So I think we will just do one of our arcades. We will not wait. Also, I wanted to have you actually follow that up. So yeah, a bit late. I don't think they will catch up with these guys at all. Yeah. We'll send up our welds now. Okay, let's jump into world. Might already be a bit close. Okay, let's see. Where are they? Oh no, it's fine. Okay, so now, Hates. Let's identify which ship should attack. You guys attack that one. You guys will focus on that one. You guys will go for... I will try to cripple the heavy cruisers, so let's go for these. Get up into something like a 90-degree angle. Maybe a bit frontally would be nice. Not from the back. So a bit further up, and then we'll start the attack order. Also, there is no delete command button. You always have to give them another move before you can give them a new one, right? Like, that's something I would like to know, if any one of you knows. That. Okay. We're striking target number 4. I think it's one of the heavy cruisers. Yeah, the 2 light cruisers are at the end. The destroyers at the front. It's the usual allied formation. Yeah, like I do the same, A and D, but yeah, there's no delete button, I think, yet. Let's order you guys in first, so you turn first and you strike somewhat simultaneously with everyone else. Yeah. They have to go lower. Now you. And at the last part, you. now all of them will go down low, so they have the height where they can launch their torpedoes safely, like without the torpedo malfunctioning or exploding when hitting the water. But obviously it might be a bloody run here. Like, yeah, 6 enemy ships giving us AA fire on relatively slow moving, relatively low armored, like, yeah, straight low flying targets. We will take some casualties here for sure. The question is how many, and the question is how much will we deal them, how much damage we will deal. And like, yeah, that's one of the issues I see as the game as well at the moment, like that aircrafts are infinitely replaceable, and there's no like difference in air crews or anything like that, and they don't cost supply again. But that's obviously something that they could change rather easily, like just give them the supply cost or something. A point cost would be a bit much, because I don't think they're worth just, like, one plane isn't worth 1 point. But yeah, make them cost supply and or engineering, and it would be absolutely lovely. So here we go. Goose. How many hits will we score? Wait, are you all attacking 4 now? You were attacking 2, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that was the Wichita. That is the... oh god, I forgot the name. And that is the one that will give us the most troubles, because that's 6 double turrets with dual purpose guns. Giving backfire against us now. And it's a lot of AA on the Atlantis. And here we go. Now to look for arcades. We'll have to micro them after they got their torpedoes off. I will not micro them in the torpedo. I think they already do a good enough job as they do. I don't think micro is needed here. Getting better results. The aircrafts are strong enough as they are. The 2 of us is going down here already, so that's number 2 now being the leader of the formation. As you drop your torpedoes, speed up, get high. Did they hit their own torpedoes? No. Okay. Yeah. 3rd plane already dropped as well. You got your torpedoes off, so speed up, get high, run. And then formation over here. Also speed up, get high. And then we have the first torpedo hit. Oh boy. That's a lot of good running torpedoes. Another issue is that the enemy doesn't do any evasive maneuvers against torpedo bombers, which obviously would do in reality. So it's a bit easy. Like, that's why I said it's a bit easy. Like, you take heavy casualties on your bombers, especially with the Japanese, but your torpedoes usually don't. And yeah, this one looks quite dead. Like, that's a lot of torpedoes striking forward. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one, 2 on the other one. So that one should still be, like, should survive this. And I'll have to do, like, damage support and so on. There's a pretty structured, like, the damage modules are pretty well structured, but yeah, 4 is going down, 4 is sinking, this one is under. 4 torpedo hits on one side of the bow. Ah, death sentence. I don't think this one will go down. But do damage ships slow them down on the map? Because if so, then we can catch up to them. I don't think 2 torpedoes are enough for heavy cruiser. Usually you need 3 or 4. And like aerial torpedoes also should deal less damage, because they're a bit smaller than what you get out of a submarine. So yeah, this one is listing, but it doesn't look like it's burning. And it doesn't get any more listing, so I'm pretty sure they will get it under control on this one. But yeah, this one is a goner. It's already said so, and we can see it going down here now. Speed it up a bit. Like damage module on the ships themselves and so on is pretty nice, but like sinking could be a bit better, I think. Like they don't break apart or anything when they go down and so on, and like there's no holes in the. But that's obviously like just nitpicking critic, like this part. I think it's fine as it is. Everything else would be a nice cherry on the top. But oh no, what are you doing, Kate? Formation leader, why are you returning? Get home. Okay, we lost a lot of Kates, as you see. We lost 6 Kates, but we got a heavy cruiser out of it. So that's really, really nice. Yeah, let's get out of here. So yeah, we got heavy damage on the Wichita and we sunk the other one. I forgot what it was. 9,500 tons. It's not the heaviest heavy cruiser. So I guess with the Washington Naval Treaties, most of them are around there for the Americans. And because we sunk them, and they are worth 22 points, we get 11 points ourselves. Yeah, like if we get close with our other ships or with the Welds, we should be able to deal with it. Like let's follow it up with the Welds. You try to find them again after 1 hour. Yoko is the one that has Jakes, right? You try to find them as well. Our submarine screen is still coming up. 11 aircraft as well, right? So get that one out of here and try to find them. Really, like just fly here. Can we launch on the Shokaku again? No. Can also only do one more launch today from the Shokaku. It seems like they're MIA. We can't find the enemy right now. Okay, let's get a couple of zeros up. Don't want to... Like, if the enemy comes in with a strike, I want to have some left, so... Looks like our Welds will not find anything. Like if they see anything on the map here. Let's fly a bit, around a bit. No. Leave. I don't think they can go much further. Let's see. I think they're getting close to the limit. Yeah, doesn't look like we got any more strikes onto the enemy this day. We are now having up again 11 points because we sank a ship. I think this is a really stupid mechanic. Like sinking enemy ships should only be a small part of getting more command points, not the part of getting more command points. Like I think rewarding sinking enemy ships is good, but it like the tactical map should what give you more supply and more ships. Hoi graphics get improved, especially Hoi naval warfare gets improved. Like that's the major things too, Wolf. I think it's more like an if this game, if they really work on it and like the strategic map especially, like it could be a more narrowed down real-time war in the Pacific. Like that's what I see in the potential. Obviously the issue is that they don't plan multiplayer. Like for me, that is obviously there's enough guys out there, especially players of this game, like they don't play that much multiplayer in the first place usually, but like for me it would be absolutely lovely to have a human opponent playing the Americans here. I'm always a fan of human interaction in strategy games, and we did miss them. We couldn't find them anymore. Let's just see if they maybe got away. They're the one that got away. Oh, no, they aren't. But now it's too late to launch aircraft. Oh boy, they might get away. Ugh. We found them. But our wells are back. We can't launch aircraft for today anymore. So we have to hope that they're still somewhere around tomorrow morning. And try to shadow them as long as possible with our Jake. Now with one of the heavy cruisers crippled, one gone, I think our task force with the Miyoko and the Nachi should be able to take it on. I don't know if I want to fight it as night battle though. Alright. No, like in the real world, the Japanese would have been stoked to fight this as a night battle. Or like, absolutely up to it, especially if they know the enemy positions and so on, and the enemy doesn't have any recon on them. Other than seeing planes, obviously. Like, but not knowing where they're coming from directly. Yeah. Keep the carrier task force a bit out of there. Okay. Are we getting dangerously close to the enemy here? Can we merge these two task forces? I think that would be good. Getting the Sendai and the 2 destroyers in there as well for some extra torpedo and firepower. Obviously Sendai is not an amazing light cruiser, because it's like all the light cruisers of the Japanese are not that amazing till later on in the game. Because they are all pretty old. Merge. Did that work out? No. Be within 13 miles of each other. The Sendai one, okay. Does that now work? Yeah, okay, now we have them all in one task force. Let's try to hunt these guys down. Ooh. That's the wait, what? Task Force 8? Which one is Task Force 8? Can also rename them, I think. Yeah, so let's rename that. Would highlight. Okay, go to. Like, yeah, we just deleted them, no? So that's awkward. We have to take it. Okay, so everyone is in. Okay. And we have a Jake around, so that's good extra recon. Yeah, where's the enemy? Oh boy, night battle. I have to put my own light away a bit here, because otherwise I might not see much on the screen. And now, first check out our formation. We don't see any one of the enemies, so... yeah, we have the Kamikaze first, followed by Nachi and Miyoko. I think I want to get our Kamikazes into their own task force. Like, I think all our destroyers should be their own one, so we will create a new one with these and the Sendai. Form up. And the Nachi. The line ahead is of okay formation for this one. And then 2 column, 3 column right. And we will get these to their own task force. Form up. Yeah, for now. You guys here. You guys here. Put you up a bit. Yeah, lovely, lovely ships. And here you can see like our fire controls and our fire options. Secondary guns the same. Torpedoes, depth charges. Like even the Nachi has depth, like heavy cruisers with depth charges. It's a bit insane. Just Japanese things. Yeah, and then this is the damage module. Like under deck, on deck, damage module for like the depth charges, the different turrets, or aircraft launchers, which are not yet, like, yeah. If they're damaged in here, you can't use them on the world map anymore, I think. So that's a good thing. Like, you can't launch more aircraft in battle. What you get in there, what you get. So yeah, that we got a Jake in here is really nice before it returned home. Yeah, it would be nice if it could scout for us. The enemy has radar, so they might scout us first. I don't see anyone on the horizon. That we're not being shot at just yet is a good sign, though. Yeah, I know that, like, I know that endurance works, that, like, how endurance works, but, yeah, like, I don't fully, like, check how far we just sent them, so. Like, but I know that the Val is the shortest one of the planes that we got, then, like, yeah. Zero and the torpedo bombers are quite similar, and then the recon ones are a bit lower, but, like, have quite a good endurance, and then, obviously, the medium bombers, the Bell, the G4Ms have pretty nice one. Getting different, like, planes and so on would be nice as well, like, for different cost. But obviously at the moment, because we don't have a cost model, like, why should you take a G3M if you can also just take a G4M? Where's the enemy? Damn. Did they not spawn in, maybe? Is it just costs us 0 to retreat? But I would like to find the enemy, so I will try to scout a bit around. Like, usually one side sees the other when you go into a battle, but they don't seem to see us, we don't seem to see them, so interesting. Is it just a shell? No. But Jake doesn't see anything, but they should be somewhere over here. What's visibility levels? 30. You said 4. Okay. Don't know if wind direction actually does something. Like on bombs or so. Like if drop by bombs if they're affected by it or so. Issue is when I now go out, they just disappear again. And then we have to do the whole hunting thing again. Like try to find them on the map. So I rather don't want to do that. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, like, yeah, they have to return to the home, so we can't hunt them down. The question is if anything else comes our way before they arrive at home. Like, they could come, there could be another task force, obviously. There could even be like a Yorktown around. In my other campaign, I already sank the Yorktown, thanks to a really lucky, like, they had them in a circular formation, but my torpedoes still managed to get in there and just, like, have 5... Oh! Wait, no, that was just the tail fin wiggling around. Yeah, I think we will just speed it up a bit and let's see if we find anything in the next 2 minutes or so. Oh! I just had to be... Oh boy. Wait, where are they? Supposed to be somewhere over there, no? Oh boy. We found you. Here we go. Night action. Don't wanna jump onto that. I want to get closer with my plane. Oh, no. Ah, don't want it to do that. Kamikaze. How far are you away? 2300. We want to open fire. Let's obviously first wait up. Yeah, let's see what they are. Getting closer. So now target the one in the middle of everything. Or we have figured out what they are. Okay, so we found them. That's nice. obviously solution is really low because all of you get... Oh, it's night, everyone is far away. Like, solution means how good our guys are aiming on it and, like, how well the rangefinder and so on work. And obviously it's night at the moment and nobody sees anything. And why? Oh no, Nachi, what order did I give you? Oh no. That's not the order you were supposed to take. Kamikaze for now. Like, let's try to hit up there. Use both lines parallel. Now. Go back to the world map. There they are. Oh. That ship number 3 in the middle? Yeah, ship number 3 in the middle. I think that's the Atlanta. I think it's the one in the end. Yeah, I think ship number 3 in the middle. You can identify them. Yeah, once you have them, like the ship you are aiming at, all like one you can like then identify, which gives better bonuses on shooting at it and also like tells you on the map, gives them a name. So the one in the rear is the one with the British flag, so that's like the that is the light cruiser British. That's the Perth class. Yeah. Then the one on the top, on top is the heavy cruiser, but I forgot which class that was. We'll get closer when I see a bit better. We'll identify that one as well. And then the head should be the 2 destroyers, as the task force didn't got it any bigger or so. Yeah, should I attack them already though? Like, should I reveal myself just yet? Obviously, yeah, you can use star shells, but... Oh, I guess... Wait, is it really the range for these guys? Oh, it's only 7,000. Yeah, so then I should do that, I guess. Oh boy. Oh. Watch out. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see how this goes. Oh no. Get you to the side. Oh boy. But that could have been a collision, and collisions are obviously nasty. They deal damage to you. Yeah, which is now a bit annoying is that we have to you up with this one again. Yeah, have them. And I back here to speed up. Okay. Yeah, if we are a bit like if we're parallel to them, then we will open fire if when all our guns are up to doing so. At the moment, I just want to get into a formation where it's actually helpful to attack them. Also, you're building up. We're already building up a bit, so that's not. I think we should focus the crippled heavy cruiser though. So, you guys stop focusing on. Oh no, you should focus on one. Yeah. Whatever that is. Oh no! Oh! Oh! The next one. Oh no! And I think this one is too close already. Can we slow you down? God. God. Oh god. Oh god. Oh! Oh! Did you take damage? No! He actually rammed him. It's repairable damage, but this guy's out of action. So... Well, that's night action for you. We will form you up then. And yeah, that's why you shouldn't cross your lines. You 3 up again. don't get the next one back into here. Who will repair for now? Oh. Eat. Oh boy. Oof. Okay, Nachi is our leading ship. Yeah, where's our plane? Fake. Ah. Get up there. Also, if we could let them open fire onto the Jake, maybe we could get better resolutions, because then they obviously would like would give us muzzle flashes, which is represented in the game. Like, targets that fire are easier to fire upon because they are more visible, which is a nice thing. Yeah. Now range is still high up. Like, yeah, it's still 20,000 knots. The 7,000 wars for the plane. Just didn't show us with. So yeah, we will get a bit closer before we open fire, because 20,000... Yeah, it's like just in range for our secondaries. I mean, we have inch main guns and we could just do it, I guess, but... I don't know. I think we should... Oh no, get ya! The next one that wants to ram you. Poor Kizagari. Okay, that one shouldn't ram though. And yeah, the first water compartment is fine again, I think. Get you out of the way. Go down to 0 again. You can get repaired. Take it parallel. Else my destroyers stay a bit away, because the enemy loves to focus destroyers and kill them off. And taking any casualties is annoying, because if you destroy an enemy ship, you only get half the points for it. And not full the points, but you obviously lose the full points if you lose one of your ships. So, yeah, like, losing a destroyer whilst sinking a light cruiser is just breaking even, which is a bit shitty. Like, yeah, it means that you have to basically stack dots in your favor for every battle, because otherwise you just lose too much. Like, getting even out of the battle is a heavy loss, even for the Americans, where it should be fine. Like, which is another issue with how the point mechanic works at the moment. But other than that, yeah, it wasn't the Wichita. It was one of with 2 cranes. It has, I think it was the Northampton. No, it's not the Northampton. It has catapults in the back. It was one of the. Oh yeah, it was Cleveland. Yeah. No, it's not a light cruiser though. Wichita. Is it oh, we didn't sink the Wichita, we sank the other one. Okay. I thought we sank the Wichita. But obviously we didn't. Okay. Like, yeah. Just like in real life. Okay. Thinking you sank the wrong ship. Thinking you sank a ship that he didn't sink. Like, yeah, stuff like that. Okay, knowing that it is a Wichita is really helpful. Like, having the Jake up there is absolutely enormous. It allowed us the spotting, allowed us to engage them now first. We have to watch out. What is the Wichita's? Let's go for Wichita. They should have radar, right? So what's the radar range? Ooh, 24 miles. So we should open fire now. Yeah, otherwise they will see us and open fire first. So open fire, guys. Thou shalt let them fly. Open fire. Open fire. And die. Fire. And no torpedoes needed. Then we will try to get the kamikaze a bit closer in later on. Can we speed you up? Yeah. And here we go. Let the star shells fly. hopefully the star shells, setting up the star shells work out. Do the main guns have star shells? Yeah. Okay, so do they use star shells? Another big question. Yeah, okay, they're using star shells. So the enemy should be enlightened relatively soon. Yeah, there the first star shells show up. So now you should fly around here. Worry about you for now. You are repaired back up? Nearly. Okay. Damage minor. Wait. Let's get you in closer. Obviously, all of these destroyers are rather old ones. As you can see, like, no turrets or anything, so it's rather dangerous to get them too close to enemy heavier cruisers. There you can see the enemy is enlightened. So now it's time to switch over to AP shells. Open fire. See where did they actually switch? Open fire. They only have HE for these anyways, so. Let's see if it continues using star shells. It should use HE shells now. Where's the next shell? It still uses AP shells. It still uses star shells though. So hold fire. 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 That's an issue. That's still in the game. They still have to figure out. Fire. This one doesn't have star shells anyways. Okay. It only has HE shells, the Zendai. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you see, that's a really old grid. Now I think it's using... Yeah. This one is it using AP shells now? 32% accuracy now. Yeah, it's using AP shells now as well. So let's watch it all from the Jake's perspective. Like, obviously we could just click on the enemy. Oh, they're still falling short. Falling short. Okay, or like, yeah, it's still obviously still pretty inaccurate beginning of the battle. But we should get some in there at some point, and they're not returning fire yet, so they haven't picked up where they're getting shot at from, which is really good. Like, any minute, any salvo that we get out that they don't get out is a good one. Also, I tried to close in with my destroyers, hopefully undetected, not opening fire with them. And maybe get a long lance salvo into these, because they're obviously really slow, like only 50 knots. So they should be prime targets for a torpedo strike. Oh boy, we're shooting everywhere but them. Like, going real long and falling real short. Oh yeah, you see like some really short ones there. Yeah, let's let our guys get a bit more accurate, and then we will get some hits in there at some point. Don't know if we should maybe change to loose. Just hope for the best. Also, star shells seem to burn out. Like, that's a bit annoying that you have got to constantly switch between star shells, especially as they mess it up all the time. And that the other thing is that they change all the ships. Like, you can't change only a single ship. I haven't figured out a way how to, at least. It changes all the ships, which is totally stupid. Like, you want to have one ship, give them the order to only, now they only fire AP shells, they don't fire the star shells again anymore. Secondary probably fire star shells, and they fire HE shells as well. Again. But after one salvo of star shells, I actually kind of want to turn back to AP shells already. So yeah, like fiddly things like this, they have to work out. Yeah, like obviously, like yeah, for example, like having your chorus be the guys that enlighten them, and like make it shine bright above them, and like use the rest of your guns, or like use your secondaries for star shells and your main guns for hitting them. But at the moment, it's full commitment to any form of shells with all your ships, and this is just a bit stupid. Like yeah, but I think that like that's an obvious mistake that they should be working on. Like I'm pretty confident that it will do that too. And this looks so cool, like watching our three big guys firing their salvos in there. How close are we now? 15,000. Okay. Nowhere. Oh, like yeah, we want to get into like 10,000 and below. That we can consider starting torpedo strikes. You back up there. Get go full speed. Oh, we lost contact to the destroyers. Okay. Yeah, you're firing AP shots again, don't you? Yeah, details are back on the menu. But did we score any hits yet? No. Oh, all star shells also fall a bit low. Oh boy, we hitting the Atlanta nearly, but not the Wichita. Okay, we're still firing star shells from somewhere. Like sometimes they do that somewhat automatically as well. It's good if something fires star shells as long as the rest fires AP shells. I guess at the point where you're locked in, they fire star shells from time to time. Yeah. Or it's like one of the secondary batteries, which is fine. Like as long as we keep them in visible perspective whilst firing some AP shells at them. That's a good combination, so I will not touch that right now anymore. They still don't fire back. That's interesting. They still haven't figured out where we're shooting it from. But now they kind of should have. Like, they can even see us on the horizon now, I think. Could be muzzle flash visible? I guess not from... Oh no, yeah, you can't see it. It's not good, but yeah, by now they should have figured out where we're coming from, like return of some inaccurate star shelling themselves. But hey, you never know how shitty American or how good American cruiser commanders are. We're still falling. Yeah, our fire is still pretty inaccurate here. Just saying that one was actually rather close, so maybe we're getting there. Like obviously everything that like falls in here that has to go above them. Like it could hit them somewhere on the way there, so everything that goes here is I guess still a bit too high above, so really close. For now I don't want the destroyers to be detected. I want to get them in for some torpedo runs. Oh, 12,000. Oh, no, I don't want. Getting two destroyers are dangerous for, like, even if we outnumber them, they, like, our destroyers are not here for direct surface combat. Like, there's supposed to be the anti-submarine warfare force of this task force. And then, like, yeah, light screening with torpedoes and so on. Another issue is that smoke is not in the game yet, like which would be like a really nice technical features for both sides, like disengage. Also, the enemy doesn't disengage much. Like the the AI doesn't do that much either. So, like, even if you have a really much stronger force, they don't try to get away, even though they realize they're losing. It's a bit of an issue in my eyes as well. Like, yeah, I could go on for quite a while with issues, but it's a really good game. Already, like, it's a pretty solid game already, and it has the potential to be one of the best out there when it comes to naval warfare. Obviously, quite a bit of competition is coming up on the horizon, like, for example, Task Force, Admiral. So, we'll have to see if it can keep up with those. Oh my god, oh! We're getting closer. Oh! They found us. Oh no. I can't see a world where they just hit with their first couple of shots. But we're being hopelessly in the dark. But what are they shooting at though? Are they shooting at my destroyers? Please don't. Oh no. Oh no. I wanted to say please don't tell me they shoot at my destroyers, but they actually do. Well, it's time to say goodbye to your torpedoes then and just get out of here. Just like, yeah, it's not optimal. Like, the angle is pretty okay, the range is still quite far away. But I don't want you getting absolutely melted by Atlanta and go. So, get out of there. Hello? Oh, you still have your burst. Okay, let's just run. Just run small stories. But at least you can now open fire as well. Yes, that's the positive here. Just fire away. I mean, I'm pretty pessimistic when it comes to you actually dealing damage and hitting stuff with your guns, but yeah, let's get your torpedoes out and just make a run for it. Oh, you didn't use your torpedoes? What happened? Guess the angle is too bad? Yeah. But when it starts turning, it get better? No? Yeah, here we go. Fish in the water. How are you doing up here? Oh boy. I want you to see the fish, so down there. I don't know if we did any damage to them yet. Let's have a look. I don't think there's any smoke or anything like that yet on this ship. It's also harder to see at night. Like anything that isn't fire. Doesn't quite look like it. Oh boy, yeah. A lot of splashes around us here, and yeah, I really don't want to have these guys getting sunk. As I said, like, yeah, losing destroyers is costly even if you sink enemy ships. So, rather just get them out. Oh, oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, the Atlanta has such a high fire rate. Like, the Atlanta, I think, is the most dangerous for these guys. Because it fires 12 5-inch guns. And they have a really quick reload time as well, as they're supposed to be AA guns as well. So, yeah, them coming after us is pretty rough. $11,000 yards now. If the enemy destroyers come too close to us, we will have to deal with them as well, obviously. Ooh! Here come the fish. Like, I used the widespread just so, like, yeah, it's just for the hopes of maybe hitting something. Let's go there. Oh, the enemy destroyers also send out some fish. Time to send you on another course as well. The rear gun fires as well. Not quite sure. I think they tried to shoot them at our submarines. Oh boy. Oh no. I don't want to lose to Jake. Because it's a like perfect way of playing an observer in a battle without like directly clicking on the enemy. Having a non-neutral, like, but like, yeah, the better perspective observer there is quite nice. Actually, get you just in closer. Oh, also, something is not firing star shells anymore, so we need some star shells on the target. Hold fire. Give us some star shells. Yes. Okay. Oh, here come the fish. Here come the fish. Oh boy. So we got some hits in here. Oh, that would be so good. Oh! We scored a hit! Something hit him. That was a main gun hit, I think. Ooh, it's smoking. And that's an already heavy damaged heavy cruiser. It also might be hit by multiple torpedoes, or like at least a single torpedo, which would be absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, it's a night battle after all. Oh boy. I think that's a hit. That might be a hit as well. And we might actually hit the Atlanta as well. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I think that's a hit on the Atlanta. Nice. And another one. Now, get you over here. Like, Wichita is sinking. Nice. Which is annoying for you guys right now is... Okay, yeah, you don't have another target right now, so... Just let you fire away onto the destroyers then. No, I don't want to fire onto this. Fire you. Yoko, you need a new target as well. Oh, the Wichita got hit by 2 torpedoes. Did they fire any more torpedoes on us? I don't think so. You're still under fire. I don't think you can do anything about guys, so let's just fire onto these. And Sendai can continue fire onto the Atlanta. That's good. Yeah. Outside. And yeah, these destroyers should be in a world of pain now. They've gotten really close to our heavy cruisers. Oh boy, we sank the Wichita. This is really nice. The torpedo... Yeah, the torpedo spread was nicely done, and... Obviously at night they're also harder to see for them. Yeah, the next torpedo run will not do much, but the Atlanta is heavily damaged as well. We might want to close in on that and finish that off before they can do much about damage control. But first, these guys have to be... Oh no, I got too close again. Don't want to lose you. You should be absolutely up to the task now. Actually, fire HE. Oh, you're firing at the Atlanta? Okay. Well, that's fine. Wait, your main guns are firing onto these guys though. Well, that's fine as well. Okay. Clean it up a bit. Kazi. Oh no, you're getting hit. I don't think you... Like, yeah. don't think you can take too much damage even from these small guys. Oh yeah, no. Damage support onto the burning parts. What are you? Okay. What are we actually fighting here? Let's double check here first. What is this? Yeah, it's a one funnel enemy. Oh god. There's a lot of... Well, no, actually there's not that many one funnel. So, no, there is. But might be a Sumser. But it's a relatively small one, I think. Nah, it's... Could be, yeah, it could be any of these. Yeah, no clue. Just say Bakley. Hope for the best. Seems to be kind of dead in the water, though. Already has heavy listing, so something must have hit it heavily there. Like one of the heavy cruiser shells hitting or something. Oh boy! That's their magazine. I guess. Yeah. Okay. We just saw that. Now fire onto the next small guy. Like, that's why I don't want to send my destroyers too long into the range of enemy cruisers. Because exactly that's what happens if you get too close to them. Yeah, the kamikaze is in trouble. Oh, okay, yeah, that one has to go home after this battle. That one has to go home. The rest might continue, but yeah, you are a goner after this battle. Like, you're out of this. Hopefully she doesn't go under, but that, like, looks like the fire control is doing somewhat well. Fire. Why can't you hit the Atlanta with your main guns? Why can't you hit the Atlanta with your main guns? Also, they're coming at us? Okay, interesting. Atlanta is still firing at the Atlanta, so that's good. Want to use your torpedoes onto the Atlanta? No, it's a horrible angle right now. Take return. Oh boy, you really did it. Like, yeah, you really did. I also... The night action is going well. Oh! They're hitting now the next of our small boys. Oh no, they hit the funnel. Oh, so the Mutsuki and the Kamikaze have to go home after this battle. Yeah, like it's slowed down. I mean, they all have torpedoes as well, so yeah. But yeah, I think their destroyer has quite a bit of a harder time. That one doesn't look too healthy. It looks like one of the modern ones, like one super firing after one super firing front turret, forward turret, post, guns. Pretty solid. Oh my god. Stop burning, please. Oh, oh boy, you already have quite a bit of listing. You have to be careful here. Oh, you're getting hit by the Atlanta. Oh, not the guy who's under fire there. Let's wait. Come on. Can we get some more hits on these guys? Looks like the Atlanta pretty accurate on two more. Guess we have some star shells in the air again, and we're pretty close now. So the Atlanta has a bad time right now. You're still firing onto the destroyer, right? So do you still have star shells remaining? Yes, you do. So Fire star shots, please. Get a bit of better accuracy on that one. There we go. And there goes the solution. Nice. Now we should be able to get some hits on there again. Especially with your secondary battery. How many? You have 2 double turrets for secondary battery on each side. Yeah, that's should be giving us some hits now. Oh boy. Yeah, they seem to focus destroyers mainly, the enemy. Always is a bit annoying, because that means you have to be really careful with your destroyers, because a couple of salvos and when you're a bit too close, and they're obviously in a world of pain. Okay, we sank number 4, that other destroyer. That means Nachi doesn't have a target at the moment, which we will change. Because you're the one for the perk. Wait, he just fired onto the Atlanta though. Now whatever. Why would he fire onto the Atlanta? Have star shells at least then. Oh no, you don't have star shells on this side anymore. You're the, I think, because you're the guy who did it first. But something is firing at the perf, that's for sure. Oh no, that's the Atlanta. Oh no, that's the perf. Oh, the perf is also did damage to the perf somehow, some way. Don't know who did it. Didn't hit it with a torpedo or anything, so maybe like somebody missed the Atlanta and hit the perf. Because before we only focused on the Atlanta. The Atlanta actually got all its fires under control and is blasting away onto our destroyers still. Okay, that were some hits there. So let's go in. Kill. These guys. Torpedoes. At 3,000 yards, torpedoes should be rather deadly. Not that much maneuvering they should be able to do there. Especially not when they don't see them coming in the night. And where is their airplane? There's our dust in between. Oh boy. Oh no, oh they get too close. Don't do that, my little boy. Oh, nice hits onto the perf there again. And here we need you to see where the torpedoes go again. Oh, this is so nice. Our destroyers all are getting out, so we don't lose any of those. And Japanese superior night fighting seems to work out. Like just like in Savo Island, we're using planes for the scouting. In Savo Island campaign, battle, they even dropped like flares for lighting up the enemy. And we shot first. The enemy was confused for quite a while, and then we just sank them. And now they're all burning. Actually, the damage they took might save them from the torpedoes, because it might slow them down. Yeah, but like obviously those ships don't look healthy whatsoever. This one is heavily burning at front. Yeah, I don't think our torpedoes will hit. Yeah. The enemy's obsessions with destroyers looks a bit weird. Like, I, as a cruiser captain, would fire onto the enemy cruisers that are blasting away on me instead of the destroyers that are getting out. Like, that targeting of the AI might need some improvement as well. Yeah, the Atlanta just got slowed down too much, so it doesn't run through the torpedoes, but it looks like Yeah, the perf, as I said that. Yeah, the perf gets hit by 3. Oh my god, yeah, that's not healthy for a light cruiser. Not healthy at all. So, I'm surprised there hasn't been a siren yet that it's going down. Because, like, that ship doesn't look healthy at all. If I look directly at it, already heavily listing. Oh, it fired torpedoes. Oh, that's interesting. That's while it's going down. The captain gave the order to at least drop anything possible out there before going for the lifeboats. Go back to our Jake. Where are these torpedoes going? I will not take evasive maneuvers just yet. Let's see if they actually can hit us with that. It felt a bit like cheating, going down there and then seeing them dropping the torpedoes, so I don't gonna take evasive maneuvers early on. See how accurate they actually are. It's still floating. Like, after 3 torpedo hits, it's still floating. After being in place already before that. So, that's impressive. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're stationary targets, so they should get quite a couple of hits now. Looks like they actually... the torpedoes. I will take evasive maneuvers as soon as I can see them here. Okay, the Atlanta is thinking... What? The Atlanta is the one going down first? Okay. That's quite impressive, perf. Or that name. Atlanta class is going down first. Like, how? Oh, is this thing still floating? Maybe should just stop firing. Well, I still don't see the torpedoes. Now I start to see them, so... That's the torpedoes. Might be just waves. They might be heavily inaccurate. Let's jump back into the skies. Oh, yeah, they're off. Don't even need to take evasive maneuvers there. But, like, yeah, like, how is this... I don't think I need to shoot anymore. I'll just order everyone to cease fire here. I mean, it was last hurrah torpedoes. Ah, they're still coming in somewhat close. Can I now see them from a little there? Okay, I think now I can see them. Time for evasive maneuvers. Recon plane. I just want to see if they are actually able of doing fire control there. That would be majorly impressive. Any of you firing? Yuki? Why can't I use time compression then? It's actually firing. It's actually still firing at us. Okay, there we go. Just fired one last hurrah. I think the music is what you would expect from a game like this. Like, it feels like a solid naval game music soundtrack. Like the when torpedoes are in the water and so on is nice. But yeah, we did it. We sank them all without losses. 35 more points. So we have 46 now overall, and that I will use for my first convoy fleet. These two were the ones that are damaged, right? Let's jump into world view. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, you're fine as well. What? 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 Oh, sound card dying. Okay, don't know. Like on my end, it sounds just fine. I don't think he should have any different sound quality from me. Okay, it looks like all our destroyers got patched up. Like no permanent damage actually was taken there. So that's good. That means we can keep the formation around for a bit longer. Don't want to have you two on the end though. And nobody else talked about like music issues. I don't know. It's not like I have it on really high volume or anything. Like the shots sound a bit off. Maybe was it the music or the sounds? I was like, yeah, I don't have any issues with music. Get you a bit up. Run into any reinforcements. Okay. That's awkward. I don't know. If anyone else can let us know if they have similar issues. Cool. Oh yeah, I wanted to create another task for you see. This will be a relatively simple one. Do one tanker of these. And too affordable. Like we have 11 points left, so yeah, it's two Batake class destroyers. Like these are obviously not supposed to get into any surface action. If you get them into any surface action, that would be really, really horrible. The Batakes are the ones for troops. Will not take troops with us. Because this is supposed to be the creation of our small outpost. We go for the one just below Bella La Bella. Want to take? Maybe even here? No, New Georgia seems to be hell to get there, like all the island chains. More subs. And we already have 12, and I want to play the strategic game at least a bit. I want to fully ignore that's actually part of the game. Right. Okay, we have them moving. Oh, we're getting closer. Can launch air operations again. Good that our units all here are still mighty fine. What is an issue is that our hate strike force got heavily lowered now. I have too many of those. More. Fast. Check out the north. Lukaku is limited in its strike force. Get a 0 to back or rear. Let's just get Betty's. Check out the north. But I don't think the AI sends anything around here. It's just in the rare case if they might. Nobody else has sound issues other than Rabbit, guys? Like, yeah, would be nice if you let me know. So I might be able to do something about it. Oh, enemy aircraft. Let's come. And we don't want to get into any night action again with this force because it doesn't have any star shells remaining. We only have 6 gates remaining. Oh no, I don't want it to. Didn't want it to do the world view. Hey, at least we can see our own aircraft carrier here for a bit. And circular doesn't work out with quite a. Okay, I have to swap out. Which one are you? You number 4? Oh, you're number 2 is in the middle. Okay, so Shokaku has to be number 2 in this task force. That's good to know as well. Because otherwise it's on the side. Okay, so you two swap. Because we obviously want to have Shokaku in the middle of this task force. Like, we don't need to protect one of our destroyers. We need to protect the Shokaku. With AA fire and everything. Let me click onto the... Can find something down there. Nixo BDX, sadly not. And they said they will not do it most likely at all, and for sure not anywhere, in any scheduled time they have for this game. Like, yeah, playing this in multiplayer would be the absolute love, but you can see that they already struggle with like this, so yeah, like. And it's a 2-man dev team, or like a 2-person dev team, because I think it's like only the owner of the studio plus his wife, if I understood the forums and so on correctly. And so like it's like they're a bit limited in that regard. So yeah, multiplayer is not anywhere near priority. Oh, nice. What are you? 2 destroyers, 3 merchants? That sounds like an absolutely tasty... Oh no. Okay, now the Shokaku's in the middle, that's good. But yeah, multiplayer would be like, yeah, having this like kind of similar to War in the Pacific, just obviously a bit quicker and obviously more streamlined and with more fun action. Be really lovely. Like, we don't have enough good Pacific games. That's for sure. What? Try to shadow you with the submarine. Guess I can't do it like that. Oh no. Now, if I go out again, Yeah, that was stupid. That means now they're teleporting away again. Yeah, shit. I mean, I might be even fine with running into them with the Shokaku. Because we have 4 destroyers in here. Just at everyone south. Might be even able to deal damage with them with zeros. And zeros out as well. Okay. Hey. Yeah, thanks for the clarification. Yeah, and yeah, for a 2-man team it's really impressive. Like yeah, that's for sure. Like, it might have, like, some outsourced work and so on, but, like, yeah, the basics is 2-man. Okay, so our Vels got into the battle. So let's do that action. Our Kates are still here, so we will get our Kates back in here. That's nice. Get you back. Go back. Have torpedoes still equipped, right? Yes. So. Time flown in mission also doesn't count for time flown outside, so it's not like your guys here run out of fuel and don't then drop that into the water, which could also be like obviously a mechanic at some point, but like the base structure of the game is amazing and it is playable and it's a lot of fun already, and if you roleplay a bit around it, then like yeah, you have to do it a bit yourself, but I guess that's fine for most of us. If we're playing games like that, we're kind of used to that. And like they seem to be really ambitious, because like you go on campaigns and battles, like they have at the moment only Pacific stuff, but they already have the tab for Mediterranean and Atlantic. So there seems to be plans to make this their grand game for World War II naval warfare. Oh, okay. Is there collisions in the air? No, okay. Collisions in the air is not the thing existing. Which is good, because that would be like really annoying. You just lose that because of this. Actually, Wells. Let's have you wait for the torpedo bombers to arrive. Well, I just said that I wanted to do that, and then I sent them in. That was so yeah, here we return. Do they have one destroyer in front and one destroyer in the rear? Yeah, okay. And 3 merchant ships trying to establish a base or sending units to Guadalcanal, but we just destroyed their escort force. And unlike the real Japanese force at Savo Island, we are not gonna stop attacking. Not gonna stop hitting. Let's keep you around so we don't lose line of sight. guys. Let's get the cables coming in. The Kates obviously should... But I could send one Kate after each ship. Yes, that's an option. Like, yeah, the Kates should come from the side, so... Okay, it's over here. Let's try to set up. They need to be a bit quicker on the left, obviously, because that's a bit further out. But let's try to set up a somewhat of a hammer and anvil tactic this time. Put them up. Whilst obviously also like hammer, anvil, and I don't know, hand grenade or whatever. Whatever you want. Blast from top. Hammer, anvil. Presslufthammer, what's that again? English? Any Germans in there in the chat still? Hammer, anvil. The stars ones are the lead planes. Like if you could also split them all up and all micro them individually, but obviously it's way easier if you have them in formation. Does anyone of you, like, Nico and Pete, do you play the game yourself, or you're just interested in and, like, might want to get it yourself? Oh no, Nico, you already asked for multiplayer campaign, so I guess you don't have it yet. Like, the studio also was bigger before. I heard a bit of, like, I'm not an expert in the studio at all, but what I heard there were like 4 guys or 5 guys before, but like 3 left and went form another studio or join another studio. So like that's why only 1 guy's left. But that's like already quite a while ago. Like it's not like recent. It's not like the reason why for everything. Like this game I think is fully developed by the person. But as I said, can't fully confirm all of this, like, just from hearsay. Okay, the Kate's coming around. Let's speed it up a bit. Don't need to wait forever here. Like, yeah. Also, I hope that, if they earn enough money and, like, they could hire people, they're not, like some of the developers out there are then like, yeah, no, I want to do it alone and I want to take all the money for myself, but not put any more like workforce on it. I hope they're different. Like if they get money, then they also maybe hire people to help them out. Yeah, always feels a bit awkward when people like that. So I hope that's not the case with these guys. But like I hope if it sells good enough and enough people give them like money, basically a bit in advance for like the vision that is this game, and I could really see this coming around absolutely nicely. 8s have caught up. Now the wells have to come around. Line up ahead. Let's see how our timing will be on this one. Oh, you have to get lower already, so let's have to be low, like so. Let's. The welds have to be slower. So let's slow you the welds down. About 100 miles. Knots. Because the Kates will need time to go down and so on and come around as well. We will try to hit the destroyer. We will try to hit this. Will be no. jump back, you have this back. So you will hit 5. Okay. 1 cage for each. Then with the dive bombers, I think I will just send them in as formations. Okay, this valve formation. Like, each valve formation will hit one of the merchant ships. I think it's time to start the attack now. You guys have to speed up a bit. So do you. Okay, you're already getting right in there. Okay, good. Now the Kates. Attack. 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 No! They're all attacking 3. Yeah, they're all attacking 2. Those 2 attacking. Okay. Let's go in there, boys. And let's see it from the ship's perspective. Okay. Here we go. They're obviously hitting the one the furthest in the back. Good, they come first, but that also means like this valve formation I think is the one that will take the most damage because it's the first one in range of AA. So this one might take quite a couple of casualties. That should allow our Kates maybe to press on their attack. There's our Kates coming in. Here we go. Dive attack is going in for this ship. So the dive bombers coming in for the other ships. Kates popping them. Ooh! 3 bomb hits. Get you out. One of our Kates seemed to go down. No. 2 torpedoes in the water. I don't think we will hit the destroyer. Second dive bomber coming in. Ooh! Last torpedo hit. Onto that one as well. Oh, and another torpedo hit on this one. So 2 torpedo hits on this. 1 torpedo and a couple of bombs. And sadly no torpedo hit on this one, but quite good. You guys don't want to do that. You guys just want to fly out. Just the last valve formation. No, you're the one that's also already out, right? So everyone does have to keep running. You don't even take too many casualties there. Get you out over there. Kates are flying away. The Valds always get a weird order after attacking that they fly back. But yeah, that should be the end of these merchant ships. And if not, then our surface fleet will just catch up with them really easily. But like this one is going down. Like nobody can tell me that that one is surviving. 2 torpedo hits and 3 bomb hits on a merchant ship. With like minimal crew and like no flood protection or anything. Like this looks really unhealthy. It's, yeah, like its crew is out of the water, half, so that one shouldn't survive. That's lovely. That's an interesting torpedo. Like what the hell? It's super high torpedo turret. And like here they have only 1. Here they have two next to each other? Like, what is this design? Also, you can't like you can only operate one at a time, obviously. This is a really awkward design, Americans. Sorry, but it's could have been done better. Come on, really tell me they don't sink? Okay, this one. Come on. They actually get it under control? No. Yes? No? What the hell? What the hell? Like, heads up to these merchantmen for being so insanely good in damage control that this thing is not already on the bottom of the ocean. Like both of these. This one is also burning still though, so there's hope. Yeah, okay. First one is going down. Okay, that one is going. Yeah, that was the one that was the most obvious to go down of, with like. Yeah, this is not a healthy way for a ship to go through the ocean. This one I think will get fixed. It had good bomb hits, but no torpedoes, so they might be able to fix that. Doesn't seem to have much flooding damage, but obviously the fire is dangerous as well, and I don't think merchantmen have, like, they might have only one, maybe two damage control parties, so getting stuff like this under control is rather hard for them. And here we go. This merchantman is going down. Say goodbye to the surface of the ocean. Vessel is leaving the battlefield. Come on, tell me that at least this one is going down as well. Like, it was hit by torpedoes, was hit by 2 bombs, I think. That doesn't go that far up anymore. It's still continuously burning. Come on, the integrity of all these departments should be down. That should be a goner, no? Yeah, let's give it 1 more minute to sink. I mean, they seem to be incapable of getting control of the flames. They seem to get it off at like one place and then it just pops up at another one again. So I think that should take down integrity. And yeah, so that's another one. And like, these should be full merchantments. Like, they were still on the way to Guadalcanal or Lagi. So this is really good that we sink them on the way there, or they can hold any US troops and make it a battle. Oh, nice. Yeah, this one is going down as well then. Like, that just made it unsavable. An explosion on one of these puts out so many fires that the damage control groups can't manage that. Well, I actually have to check out myself. Like, I know that submarines only have 1, and destroyers have 3 crews, and I don't know if these guys are in between with damage control with 2, or if they are like on the side of submarines with only 1 damage control group. And I think it would make sense, like crew-wise, and like how good a ship like this would be prepared for damage. They're not supposed to get damaged. Like, they know that it could happen, so they're not absolutely capable of it, but they shouldn't be good at it. Come on, you just had an explosion in the here. What the hell? Did he just got rid of the flames? Okay, so I guess I will just get out of here then. They have saved this one. I give that to them. heavy damage. The other two are sunk. We got 10 more points. Let's actually check. We can just go into world, I guess, and just check on our own cargo ships. Okay, they have 2 damage control parties. I'm actually not sure what exploded back there. Because they're not supposed... Like, they don't have any ammunition or so. Yeah. Here they have that one back there. Wait, they actually have... Okay, they actually can shoot. Because the Americans never shoot back. A bit surprising. American cargo ships never use their... Those are obviously not supposed to be any good in like dealing with most targets, but... They have them. Yeah, these are all our old crew. Yeah, the water is pretty good, and the like obviously, like these look like without crew and so on, like, but they are still like pretty okay-ish. The models, damage modeling need a bit of an improvement, but like obviously you want to keep it like so that like the game is pretty small, like only takes like 5 gigabytes or so, and you obviously don't want to make it that it has to model too much, because in a game with this scale, obviously any higher texturing would mean that PCs would just get toasted by it. One enemy. Again, let's try to get our plane next to that plane and try to shoot that plane down. We'll end the stream soon, guys. There was a really good strike on that one. I might gonna continue playing tomorrow. I will give it up to the community again if they want to see more of this. After playing a bit of Steel Division tomorrow. Ah, we found them again and our zeros were away. Zeros. Get them. Oh! Here we go. Horse. Let's sync them with... Okay, Task Force 9. We will just finish them off here and then we will end the stream. Just sink their 2 destroyers and the 1 remaining cargo ship. Oh boy, loading in. What? Is it bugged? Oh no. Please don't tell me it's... That's the first time I had something like that. Like, this game so far ran absolutely amazing. Like, and I'm like 30 hours in or so. So, like, this is surprising, to say the least. Like that. Yeah. I think it's that. So I think that's a perfect time then to end the stream. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow if you want to see more of this. If you're new to the channel, consider following. And yeah, so you find out when I'm streaming again. You can find stream schedule down below. I try to do it as much as possible. And obviously at the weekend, League is coming up.